Smack Attack!
No.
Oh, yeah! It's that time of year again! Kool-Aid Man, you ready for Christmas? Oh, yeah! Yeah! All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas is everything on my list, baby. Hey! All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas is everything on my list, baby. Hey! Having a party on Christmas Eve, and they got a whole lot of Christmas glee. Whole lot of gifts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the special stocking stuffer edition of the Smack Attack. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, R to the B to the V, and we got the hammer, Charles Alford, also in the house. Fellas, what's cracking? Rick, welcome back to your show. And what's going on?
Oh, brother, we are here. High noon, big noon, to kick off a big holiday week here. Mean Media Group. Hey, you want a big present under that tree? Hey, we got it for you. We got it coming to you. Special guest right here, Mean Army. He's podcasting out of the great state of Texas. He stands 6'1", a solid rock, 275 pounds. He's a Rip Rogers guy. It's time. It's hammer time. Charles Evans in the
Hammer time. What's happening?
Hey, and I told you, Jimmy. I told you. Hey, the BBC meme that has been sweeping the nation. Look, he's even got the pose right there as he's sitting there, man. He's just missing that big Johnson there hanging there. Well, he's got it. Hammer, thanks for joining us, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey,
The BBC, huh?
We are going to have a lot of fun today. We got the Christmas theme. We got some stocking stuffers, and of course, we're going to get to the blue brand. But Jimmy, I feel kind of bad. Man. We got to get you. We got the big match intro there for the hammer. We got to take care of you for the holidays. Are you ready for your own here, buddy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I am, man.
Let me go. Let me get it here. How about this here? The thunder from down up. The Dukes up Dingo Warrior, the Salami Tsunami, Jimmy T.
Jeez, thanks. I'm going to go red on the face right now. The Salami Tsunami, I like it.
You got it, baby.
Eat that, Bronson Reed, just quietly.
Well, guys, last night we spent together. What a spectacle that we saw. Just an awesome, again, sights and sounds. It was fight night. It was Jake Paul. It was, he was taking on Josh. What's Joshua's first name there? Anthony Johnson?
Yeah, that's it.
Anthony Joshua, excuse me, they're getting all excited. Gentlemen, this time of year, everybody, they kind of wish for world peace, unification. Well, if you've been checking your internet this morning, it seems like the closest we're going to get to that was Jake Paul getting beat up, knocked down, stopped that fight. Man, everybody is loving this thing. They've been waiting for this. Hammer, I'm going to start with you, man. I know you were into it. You were giving us that technical breakdown there last night. Having a little bit of time to think about it. What do you think about the fight? We'll start with the fight overall. What were your thoughts just on what we got to showcase from the main event there from the two gentlemen?
Well, we got some showmanship, that's for sure. And tickets were sold, and we had the place packed out. But overall, the business was done, what needed to get done. But man, it could have been a better fight, but could have been a quicker fight. But I think we found out that when you step in the ring with an actual pro, you're going to learn something, and you probably are going to get embarrassed, even though you made money, but that stamp was put on there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just, you look at the tail of the tape there. Wait till we get Jimmy T back. But you look at the tail of the tape, just the side differential. You had Jake Paul, who was fighting up a class. I think Jimmy was telling us that technically he's in that cruiser, but there was a contested under heavyweight. classification there. But Joshua at 6'6", I mean, he had a good, 40, 50 pounds on him. The reach was ridiculous. I think like a 64-inch to an 88-inch reach. You saw that early on inside of the match where Paul, he was just running laps. He was trying to stay away from that magnificent reach. But for Joshua, I mean, he staked his claim there right in the middle of that ring and kind of just let Paul wear himself out. I was talking to Big Ray this morning about it. Big Ray Hernandez from right here on the platform. You know, and he goes old school. I mean, he used to throw hands. His dad was a
Big Ray,
professional boxer. You know, he knows his stuff there. And he even said, he's like, you look at the first 4 rounds there, and it's Joshua was kind of just in sparring mode, where Paul was trying to just figure out what the hell do I got to do to take down this magnificent piece. But as soon as Joshua flipped that switch and one actual pro fighter, you know, the Olympus gold medalist, great professional record, all that. I think, you know, a champ, right, Jimmy? For Joshua?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So going in, I didn't know much about the background and all that, but fight-wise, I mean, it was like watching a grown man just beating up a kid, Hammer.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what that was, man. I mean, like I say, you know, Paul, I mean, all props to him, but he should have had a little bit more professional outlook on the thing. And I think if he would have taken a little bit more professional approach, he may have had a better fight. But I think he went in there thinking that this was recess, and it wasn't recess. So, you know, like the man he has a broken jaw. Well, that's what you get. You're going to stick out your tongue, and that's what you get. You know, to me, okay, now you're getting your ass kicked. Now you're going to stick your tongue out. He's lucky that wasn't a killer in there, man. Had that been the old school back in the day, Sonny Liston type, or a freaking a Riddick Bowe, or Razor Ruddock, or man, let me think of
even a George Foreman.
Just to get pounded on. So I think he realized that, okay, all right, I'm not going to win this fight, but now I got to survive. Now, if that would have been a killer in there, he would have been on his ass, man. Look here.
Actually,
woo. I mean,
the artist said it best. Deontay Wilder. Imagine he was in the freaking ring.
Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Wilder.
Well, Jimmy, let me ask you here. As we said, you know, across the internet, man, it just seems if we're going to get as close to world peace, people unifying, coming together, this is it. I mean, people are just universally just loving that Jake Paul got his ass whooped last night.
Yeah, I mean,
but immediately, Jimmy, now we're getting a lot of people saying good riddance to him in boxing, and they're trying to sweep him into the world of professional wrestling. Your thoughts on will he be welcome, and what kind of angle and introduction could we get from having our second of the Paul brothers inside of the World Wrestling Federation?
You think the Logan Paul heat is pretty full on, right? Imagine Jake Paul in WWE. I think you'll get massive heat if he comes over to WWE. Just initially, I think it'll just be absolute booze raining down from every direction. But he seems to want to fight more. He said he wants to move down to the cruiserweight division, ironically. So I don't know if he's going to jump to WWE just yet. He also has a broken jaw in 2 places.
Two places.
Joshua. 2 places, man.
2 places. Yeah.
He's pretty messed up. That's why he was talking like this. You know what I mean? As he's talking.
Oh, I thought he was just from Australia because that's how you and Pierce always talk.
Hey, come on now.
I've heard some rumors there. WrestleMania, maybe the Mysterios, Dom and Ray reunite and they take on Jake and Logan. Yeah. Or maybe that's what they're going in the direction here with Logan, with the vicious attacks on Rey Mysterio. It kind of pushed their Dom has to come back to save his dad to set up the family feud, which I think would be a blockbuster draw for WrestleMania in Vegas. As you guys said, you know, maybe going back. I don't think Jake Paul is necessarily done in boxing. You know,
no.
A lot of people loved what they saw there. They're going to continue to pay to see that. But, you know, everyone loves a redemption story. You know, can he come back, maybe humble himself, refocus and say, I want to do it a little bit different. But I don't think any of us can deny what we saw from the spectacle. MVP, most valuable promotions. Wow, did they put on a show last night? Yeah. I mean, that thing looked spectacular, magnificent. as the visuals, a great crowd there, very lively. They had the stars out there. The production was crisp. You know, we were talking about just that old school feel of how cool it was when we missed wrestling with the photographers right up there on the ring.
Absolutely.
And how everything felt so, and it had, while it was crisp and very, very cool to see, it still had that raw, gritty feel to it, where it had a fight feel. You know, something was about to go down. You know, I do want to say here, as much as the haters out there that are loving today, that's what it is. It's like Conor McGregor. People pay to see Jake Paul get beat up, and it's been a while coming. So when you get that payoff, yeah, that's awesome. But a lot of these haters, you know, they claim to be boxing purists, you know, thinking that this YouTuber, this influencer, he has tainted the great name of boxing. That's BS. That's total bullshit. Boxing itself corrupted itself a long time ago. In a reality check of
back in the 50s, dude, it was corrupt even really.
Well, I mean, you look at really that last great run with Tyson and them in the late 80s to the 90s when they really sold themselves out, and then they split off. They couldn't decide their governing body. We had titles out the wall. They had more titles than AEW, believe it or not. You know, everybody had titles. They didn't want to recognize each other. We talked a little bit on the live stream last night.
That's why we got this, what we got now.
You know, we'd see the stars fight maybe once a year if we had stars. So a reality check here for all the haters out there for Jake Paul. And this is a tough pill to swallow. I know it, but yes, it is truth. Jake Paul, in many, many ways, saved boxing right now and made it relevant again. Look at the numbers that Netflix is pulling in for his fights. And I don't care what you want to say, a YouTuber, an influencer, he's taking on chumps and all that, but it still pulled eyes and drew attention to the sport of boxing. And now we're starting to see where people do want to see the actual professionals back in. They want to see those big fights. And we got TKO starting off, you know, trying to reform, get back to those classic roots with what they're doing. So for that, I will thank Jake Paul. And it was always fun to tune into those things, to hope to see him get knocked out. And yes, we got that payoff last night.
Yeah,
well,
big payoff. Funny.
Go for it. How about you? Because I know you wanted to say something before, so go for it.
No, I'm just saying it's a big payoff. Like R said, it's a big payoff. That's all.
Yeah, we'll see. I find it funny because Artist brings up in the chat, Javonta Davis, that is. If he was to fight, I mean, he's a lot smaller, and you just be honest, Artist. I mean,
you'd have murdered him.
He's way big, but yeah, he's a power puncher from
Javonta. Oh, yeah.
But I think that division where Javonta's in also lifted up boxing. It was an exciting time in that division, say about 4 years ago when you got Teofimo Lopez, who was actually there also during the fight. You had George Kambosos as well. What's his name? Devin Haney as well.
Devin Haney.
Yeah, and Lomachenko as well, he was kicking ass, man, as well. So I actually credit that division as well as Jake Paul bringing up boxing once again, because it was some exciting times. Because I was really into that division, man. Like for me personally, I was really following that like all the time. But boxing needed this, regardless if it's a whole bunch of exhibitions and just, you know, because let's be honest, like Jake Paul. Do you consider him a freaking real boxer? I mean, at this point, would you guys say he's legit? I mean, he did go, 6 rounds against Anthony Joshua, who's, make no mistake about it, he's not the same Anthony Joshua that he was, say, about 6 years ago, maybe a bit longer. But hey, he's a former Olympic gold medalist and former undisputed heavyweight champion. You cannot take that away from him, and it really showed. Right, Hammer?
Yes, it did. It when it was time for the that gear change, we saw it last night. You know, also, I mean, with Baumgartner's fight, you know, like we say, she took her time, but she could have killed her, but she didn't. So it seemed like, you know, Baumgartner and Paul, you know, they're on the same. They were the co-main, semi-main, and main. So that's kind of like they're making money together. So
absolutely.
When she went out there and had her match, if you will, all right, she set the bar. Like I said, she set the bar. Now it was time for Bryant to come take the bar higher, and that's what they did. That's what she did, and I mean, yeah.
And even and Rick, funny enough, when you watch that main event, even you notice with Anthony Joshua, man, every round he was taking it up a notch. Like every round,
bit by bit,
right? It's literally. And when he got sick and tired of him being in the ring,
for a minute,
that's it. Yeah. Maybe in the fourth
when you
round,
popped out for a minute, we were talking about that, because Big Ray had pointed it out. He's like, that first 4 rounds was sparring. Joshua was in a sparring, mode.
Yeah,
and then when he flipped that switch, it got real. But as Hammer was saying, real quick to wrap up the boxing talk here, hey, big time on that semi-main. The undercard there, the girls before the main event, man, they put on a show. That was a clinic. That right there, that's a bright spot that they should be trying to focus on. Obviously, the main event's going to get that attention, but as we're talking about growing the sport, growing that brand, I mean, those ladies went out there and earned it and deserve just as much spotlight.
That was
on
a great fight, man.
For the champ and the French Canadian. They got all beat up, but she hung in there and gave everything pound for pound for that throwdown right down there to the final bell.
I couldn't believe she came back, to be honest, man, because she was really getting just annihilated between round 1 and round 9, 10.
Yes.
It was total annihilation. And then for whatever reason, she had a second wind from about round 10, but it was too late. You know what I mean? So
yeah, she had a false finish in there, man.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, dude. I mean, we were shocked. We're like, what the fuck? What's going on?
But where does this come from?
She's a warrior, though, man. So I'll give her the respect. Absolutely. I forgot her name, though, already. What was the French chick's name? None of us would remember. That's not the point, anyway. The point is, right? She's. That's the first time I've seen it, to be honest. So, she was a warrior, man. I'll give her that. She took a beating, and even gave a bit of a beating back towards the end. But like I said, too late.
There we go. Well, 7 day, we are here. We are kicking off the holiday week here. Couple of weeks of programming for the Hameen Media Group. Christmas just a couple days away. Falls on Thursday here this week. Hey, now this is a conversation I really want to have. I was thinking about this, making the comparisons. When we think of Christmas, especially here in the States, Western society, we got big old jolly Santa Claus. We got wishing for a white Christmas, our Christmas trees decorated with lights. But for Jimmy T, it's a completely different story because he's on the other side, not just the other side of the world, but down under, where they are in summertime right now.
It's summertime when the weather is fine, bro.
So where we are dreaming of a white Christmas, you guys are dreaming of a low heat index Christmas. So what do you guys, what are the differences here? Let's talk about them between Christmas in the States versus Christmas in Australia.
Well,
you have Christmas trees, you have Christmas lights.
Come on, bro. Of course.
Does Santa have to change into his Bermuda trunks, his Speedo when he gets down there to head down?
He needs to wear his short shorts over here, bro. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? No, but really, for real though, see, for us, it is funny because I always think to myself, like, man, it's so backwards, us being in summer doing Christmas, right? So, but for us, it's all about the barbecues, obviously, being outdoors, hanging around with family. You know what I mean? The usual shtick is just not freezing cold. But really, though, sometimes it rains pretty hard during Christmas, and sometimes it can be cold, which is bizarre. Maybe because it is Christmas.
So do you have a Christmas tree? Do you do a regular Christmas tree like we do, and you put the lights on it and everything?
No, we're part of the Western world, right?
And I know that, but all right, but I'm like Hammer, so I don't know what part of Texas you're in, but I mean, it's probably warm down there, so it is a little different where you don't get a lot of snow there. Because I remember I was on a work trip one year in Florida for the Christmas time, and it was different because there was like palm trees with Christmas lights instead of the traditional pine trees that we're used to. So all right, Jimmy. So Jimmy, do you guys have do they show the Christmas classics down there, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah. All that shit, man.
Frosty. Frosty couldn't even go to Christmas in your part of the world.
No, we got all that, man. But you know what's cool about here, and I'm sure you guys have got it too, I'm assuming. But there's like suburbs here, like whole area streets, even that will decorate, like they're literally a competition with each other where they'll put the biggest extravagant Christmas lights on their house, and I mean decked out.
Oh yeah. My sister, my sister gets real big into that.
Yeah, so like streets, like all street, like the whole area is just lit up like big time. So I was going to say, I'm sure you guys would have the same type of deal. I wonder how much the power bill would freaking come up to, though, man.
Yeah, my sister spends like a month setting hers up.
Really?
They have like a competition in her little town, and they have a Christmas walk and all that. But yeah, they have like the
everyone
lights
goes
and
and
and all
checks
that.
them out too. You know what I mean? Like the whole streets is just packed.
So I mean, so essentially, you guys, it's like Christmas in July here. So you guys fire up the barbecue. You got hot dogs, hamburgers, sausages,
The works, man.
kangaroo, koala.
Kangaroo, no, well, maybe kangaroo to some places. I don't eat that shit personally, but people do eat kangaroo here. Weirdly enough.
Pierce eats it. He told me he
does. He reckons he even ate crocodile. And look, man, Pierce is your true blue, you know, Aussie Roo. I'm an ethnic Aussie, so you know we do things a little bit differently compared to, like, say, what Austin does. You know what I mean? As in Pierce.
Well, speaking of good eats, how about a little hashtag RBV eats out? And I love when we get these deals with wrestling, but All Elite Wrestling. Your job here on the platform, Jimmy, covering that over on The Wreckage. All Elite Wrestling announces a meal deal with White Castle, baby. It is the AEW Bacon Brawl combo. This will feature 2 White Castle bacon cheese sliders, a small crinkle cut fry. Ooh, love them fries, and a drink. Here's the kicker, though. Here's what gets me. They're going to announce, and they're going to have it for sale on the White Castle website and AEW, but it's going to be a White Castle Lucha mask. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Oh my God. Cool. Yeah.
I love these. I love these types of crossover stuff here. I hope they've got some advertisements with some of the AEW talents with the White Castle. But I would like them. I mean, come on, man. Hammer, especially over there. 2 White Castles and a fry. That ain't feeding anybody.
Might want to put about 4 or 5 in there.
Hey, you know what they should have done with it? They should have had like a super kick crave case party. Get like 20 of them, you know, sell them for the big event.
Like the big White Castle pack, like we used to get.
The crave case, baby. Hey, so when you're out on the road, did you guys? I mean, you guys with your physiques. I mean, I don't know what you were eating, man, but you're probably just out there just running down, you know, hunting deer and all that on the side of the road, just, you know, slaughter meat.
How would you hunting deer? I would imagine a lot of tuna cans.
When you're out on the road with, let's say with you and Ox, or maybe you and Lashley, or you and Kofi, man, how many sliders could you put down?
5 to 6. Well, me and Ox, if it was Ox and I, oh man, we used to kill it, man. But we both was on the gas, you know what I'm saying? So,
wait, does the gas make you more hungry though? Technically,
when you do it right, if you train right, when you're cycling and you're eating right, the stuff works. When you don't eat right, it doesn't work right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the results. So, man, we would get like sometimes me when I was riding with Bobby a couple times, like he would like to go get like 3 chicken breasts from Wendy's or McDonald's. So that's kind of how it depends on who you was riding with, how you ate. But or you can eat what you want to eat, but most of the time it was pretty clean.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Also, you know, a lot of the Subway, Jimmy John's. Yeah, lots of chicken breast on the road. But if you could run into a White Castle out there, or what is it?
You guys were in Deep South and all that, so you had Crystals, which was the southern equivalent.
Crystals, yeah, Crystals, yes.
White Castle.
Yeah.
It's a similar style. They're not exactly the same, but they do the small burger sliders. So the Crystals are dominant in the South, because we know where Hammer, he was wrestling Deep South, running those territories there. They would have seen more Crystals than White Castles.
Lots of Crystals.
Yeah, White Castle's located headquarters right here in the great state of the OHIO. We got White Castles everywhere around here, man.
Ohio.
That's what we got. So now I love to see this crossover. A little RBV eats out with the food. So hey, AEW doing some good things there. You should like to see that cross promotion. Get a little more of it. I was disappointed, you know, like I went over to my DoorDash app to see if they had it, and it's not available on there. So you want to partner those things, you know, but I didn't know, maybe because DoorDash is an official sponsor of WWE. So maybe something blocking that there, but
good for them.
So, hey, Hammer, speaking of the eats on the road, you said, man, that's got to be one of the most difficult things, you know, watching that physique, watching, you know, your diet and all that, is tracking down where you can eat. What was a good, like, cheat, like, you know, what the hell with this, man? We're going to spoil ourselves. We're going to go get something we shouldn't be eating right now.
Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
The cheat meal.
Wendy's.
Did
Wendy's
you
is
say
good,
cheat
man.
meal?
Well,
Yeah, cheat meal. That's what he said.
yeah, like just
Yeah.
like you want something nice and greasy, whatever, man.
Oh, it'd be Wendy's. Wendy's or what was that place? Damn. It was a burger
Arby's?
joint. No, it's based out of Ohio.
Oh,
What is that place called? Golly.
out of Ohio, Rick. Come on.
What kind? I know.
Hollywood.
I'm trying to think things. Well, Wendy's was founded here in Ohio in the Columbus area.
Well, they have the chili all the time. It wasn't Wendy's. It was another place in the Kentucky, Ohio. Huh?
Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili. Skyline Chili.
Yes!
Skyline Chili. Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
Hey, I am clipping that. Hey, when MSG drove through here, that was one of the things I had to. I took him out to Skyline. You know, I got the.
Yeah.
He told me.
We had
You
been
have some shit,
podcasting
right?
for years. Yeah, he came by, stayed with me, so I had to get him Skyline. He couldn't stand it, but yeah,
Really?
Skyline,
I love
hey,
that shit.
Cincy style chili, God's chili.
I love
Yes,
that.
sir. That's what it's about. Yeah, you know what? I knew
Skyline
I
chili.
liked Hammer, man. I knew he was going to fit in perfectly.
I love
on
chili
the platform.
personally. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love fucking
Well,
hot
no,
shit.
well,
like,
Jimmy, our chili here isn't like a traditional chili that you're thinking of. Ours is
Is it
a
really
Greek.
bad?
It's a Greek stew, and we
Oh.
put it over top of spaghetti.
Right,
Then
nice.
put some
Yeah.
onions and cheese on that. Oh,
and beans and
yeah.
shit.
no, you can put beans on it, but it doesn't come in it.
Oh,
If you
good,
get a
because I
4
rather
or
not
5
know
way with
beans.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
love
beans
it.
fan. Right.
That's setting it up, man. I like, you know what? That's putting me in a great mood for our next little segment here. We're getting a little festive. We're gonna play Santa here a little bit, guys. We're gonna call this game Stocking Stuffers, and I'm gonna throw out just some names from around the world of professional wrestling, some of the outspoken, some of the the big personalities, and I'm gonna let you gentlemen. We're gonna go through this game. We're gonna decide what we're going to put in their stocking for Christmas. So I got a handful of them here. We'll run through them here. So first out of the gate, we're just talking about him and his big deal, those good eats that he's got going on there. And a lot of people, man, he's a target a lot from the fans. They pick on him a little bit, but he is a sicko, man. He loves professional wrestling. He has brought us a top level promotion up there with WWE. Gentlemen, I'll start with you, Jimmy. What would you put in Mr. Tony Khan's stocking this holiday season?
Well, that's easy. First of all, a whole bunch of white powder, shall we say, would be going into that stocking.
He's dreaming of a white Christmas.
I'm going right in. All that magical white snow. It's a white Christmas, right? I'm sure it'll be a white Christmas for Tony Khan. So that's going right into the stocking. Heck, he doesn't need anything else. You just fill that whole stocking up. That's it. The whole stocking up. I wonder. I would imagine that's a good brick right there in the stocking if you fill it up.
There we go. Hammer, how about you, man? What are you putting in Mr. Khan's stocking?
I think I'll give him a Rip Rogers book on professional wrestling.
I like that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
because he needs it.
Hey,
put it in all of this stuff.
Hey, that might go in everybody's stocking. That just might go across the board here for everybody.
Yeah, across the board. Yeah, everybody go. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is still time. You can head on over to Amazon, pick up Rip Rogers' book on professional wrestling. You can put that in all your friends and family stockings, all your wrestling fans there, even if they're not. Yeah. It's just a good book on life. Rip Rogers' book. You can get that by the holidays there.
Can I recommend the Rip Rogers match, by the way? Which pops me every time. Have you guys seen the Rip Rogers Owen Hart match in WCW back in the 80s, by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids, but do you recall what the kids were chanting?
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know if I should say it, but it was the F word.
Oh, this from the FAG?
Yeah, the FAG.
Oh, yeah. Well, he loved it. He played too, and he had the pink on it.
I know, it's funny.
Oh, yeah. He yeah.
Owen Hart was the one getting the kids to chant it every time, which is even funnier, right? And all you're hearing is fair. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How the times have changed. You know,
check that match out on YouTube. Somebody.
So Hammer's he's given the gift of knowledge with the Rip Rogers book. Jimmy, you're given the gift of a good time with the White Christmas. I'm going to give Mr. Tony Khan a big old set of balls Balls, brother. Step up to the plate and challenge the WWE. Call them out on their BS, their price gouging, that they don't care about the fans. Become the promotion of the people. So I'm going to give Mr. Tony Khan a big old set of balls, brass balls, to step up to the WWE.
How about a big set of balls for that? 100%.
How about our next one out here? How about Michelle McCool's husband, aka Mark McCool, aka some might know him as the Undertaker? Hammer. What do you get? The wrestling icon that has everything. What do you put in Undertaker's stuff? It's stocking.
I think I would go old school and get him some Jack Daniels.
Ooh, yeah.
He'd be happy with that. He'd be very happy with that.
Yeah, Jack Daniels.
Old Jack Daniels for the dead man. How about you there, Jimmy?
I was gonna say, man, he's gonna be bad, but probably a Michelle McCool dildo. Yeah, because I mean, who's fucking who between them two, bro?
The dead man getting pegged.
Jimmy T keeping it real.
I'm gonna piggyback on Jimmy T's here, but I'm gonna go for Undertaker's stocking. I'm gonna go into Michelle McCool's purse and get Undertaker's balls back and give them to him in his stocking. That is the last set of balls I'm going to be giving out on this one, but yeah, so we've got those for the Undertaker there. Always out. We got another person out of here that's always outspoken, but recently he's been taken to social media. People are just asking why. Why, Nate? Jimmy T, what do you put in Ric Flair's stocking?
Oh, well, that's pretty easy, man. You can just put a bar in there somehow, feed all sorts of alcohol. But you know what? Other than that, that's a tough one, man. I'd probably say, man, you can put women, you can put friggin' all sorts of stuff. Ric Flair's. I'll go with the women because that's what he loves best. You know what I mean? Maybe he needs Viagra right now. Hey, the artist said it too. That's a good one because we both said it at the same time. Viagra is also another choice for Big Nate.
For Big Nate, a little Viagra for the big pop that he needs in his life.
Big baby arm, like they say about Ric Flair, apparently.
Yeah. So
I don't even know if that's a compliment. It's a friggin' baby arm.
Hammer, how about you? What do you give it? Arguably the GOAT there, Ric Flair.
I think I would give Flair. I think what I would give him a CD compilation of all his Rolex watch wearing, all his promos. Yeah, that's what I would put in there. Yeah,
that's a good one. I'll chuck in the Jay Lethal promo with Ric Flair.
That's cool. That? Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go real simple here for Rick, and I'm just going to get him a censor for his social media. Something that just you know what, Rick? You don't want to say that, or it's a 24-hour thing before he has to hit send on that thing. I think that would save him a lot of headache and trouble there.
I like what I said, or a cuck session with Mickey James, and that's for Undertaker, by the way.
Yeah, how about we got that there? Yeah. Just like Ric Flair, maybe a Ric Flair, a modern day Ric Flair, always styling, profiling out there, letting you know how much better he is than everybody else. Hammer, we'll go with you on this one. How about Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF? What are you gonna put in his stocking?
Oh yeah, I would say I would put in there. I would give him. I would get him a book on all the world's, all the great heels in the business. I would give him that. I would give him a book on the great heels,
and he'd be happy to read that too. Funny
yeah, because he's that type of guy.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, MJF would just call that an autobiography because he would tell you he's the greatest heel in all the history of the business.
Oh, get him a copy of his own book. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy. What are you getting for MJF?
Damn, dude, that's a hard one. Well, Hammer said it best, really. It's like, let me just think for a second. It's either something kosher.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, he's Jewish, right?
He's Jewish.
Or I'll give him Paul Heyman.
Oh, Paul Heyman.
Can you imagine Heyman? Get this. Imagine MJF as the bastard son of Paul Heyman in a storyline.
No more Vision. We just have Jubilee with Paul Heyman and MJF. But I'm just tell you, MJF is getting nothing in his stocking because he's Jewish and they don't celebrate Christmas.
That's actually a good point. Actually,
he can have 8 days of scarves, but he's not getting anything in his.
He gets nothing.
He gets nothing. All right, our next one up here. This is a specialty one. Hammer, this one's for you, brother. I know you're going to have a lot in mind here. What are you going to put in the stocking of the lovely Miss Nia Jax?
Oh, Hammer, if you don't say what I think you're going to say, I'll be disappointed.
Oh man,
if you don't say it, I'm going to say it. Put it that way.
I have to give a picture of me, I guess. How about that?
He's on the right track. I like it.
Yeah, that ain't going in. That ain't going in the stocking.
That's not really what to say.
That's going in the DM.
I was going to give you in the stocking.
Yeah. She can get me. Real talk, she can get me. Yeah.
All right, I think we're all agreeing.
You're on the right track.
Nia's getting the hammer in her stocking. That's what we're all.
That's right,
hammer, man. I'm going to say the same thing. She's getting the hammer, man. Is that
all right,
say?
All right, Jimmy. Oh, go ahead, Hammer.
What?
I'll go let Hammer finish this guy. All right, well, Jimmy, this next one's for you, brother. This one is for you. One of your absolute all-time favorites. You probably already. I know he's on your Christmas card list. You're going to be thinking of him at the barbecue for Christmas.
Okay.
What are you going to put in the stuffing of one Dax Harwood?
Oh, wow. You know how I feel about him. Well, first of all, he needs a book of professional wrestling and a book of shut the fuck up and listen. You know what I mean? Because the dude just talks.
Yes.
All he does is yap. You know what I mean? So he needs a book of STFU. Literally. That's all it's called. Learn the damn book. Shut the fuck up and just listen. Plain and simple, man. Because all he does, he's what you call a keyboard warrior. And if I was Tony Khan, I'd call him the keyboard warrior. Why not? We had a dingo warrior, then the ultimate warrior. Why not a keyboard warrior?
That'll work. I like that.
It works.
Hammer, Jimmy T and Mr. Dax do not get along on social media.
Okay.
Those two might be in the running for X feud of the year in professional wrestling.
I just didn't like how we treated Jimmy Corderas. You know what I mean? At the time, like who says that shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Corderas is okay, man.
Corderas is good. We've had him on the platform, talks to us regularly, man. What a great personality. Hammer, let me ask you this, man. What would you like in your stocking, professional wrestling wise, for the holiday? And you can't say Nia Jax.
I was gonna say that, damn it.
A 3-week pass to go be a volunteer coach at the PC Center.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Better yet, a 3-week tryout as a coach.
I'll say get a paying job out of that, man. Shit.
Yeah,
I know it's giving season.
That's what I would like my stocking stuff from the WWE. Yeah.
Nice.
That is just Willow Nightingale.
Jimmy, how about you, man? What would you like in your wrestling stocking this holiday season?
You know what, man? Honestly, I'm going to keep it like traditional here. I'm just going to say, health and happiness for the family, man. That's what I would want, straight up. That's it for me. You know what I mean?
What was it? What'd you say?
Health and happiness for my family.
Oh, if I'm wrestling wise, you loser.
All right.
I care about your family.
But if I had to come to wrestling wise, and now you got to elaborate a bit more. Like, am I supposed to pick a wrestler here or what?
No, just something wrestling wise. What we're saying with all these people that you would like, man.
Probably I just want wrestling to get better, man. Give me better fucking wrestling. Like, and I don't mean in ring. I'm talking about just the product as a whole. You know what I mean? We get good wrestling in the ring, but we're not getting the product any better. So I just want to be enjoying this stuff. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it because I look forward to doing these shows with you guys. But man, like, SmackDown, which we're going to talk about, even though it was half decent, it was still a slog. You know what I'm saying? So
It's a good thing. We'll get to it. We're all on that home stretch towards that SmackDown. But I'm with you, man. Give us a reason to care this Christmas. Give us a connection with that. Let us fall back in love with this great sport. What I always say: professional wrestling is the greatest form of sport and entertainment that has ever existed. It is the greatest, hands down. No matter what you're into, there is something for you. If you love crazy athleticism and sport and all of that, we've got that for you. If you love drama, we've got it. If you like comedy, we've got that for you. If you like crazy over-the-top characters, storylines that connect with your soul, we've got that for you. We've got music for you. If it's done right, we've got food for you. It is a bonding experience for everybody, and there's nothing like it, especially to get there live and to feel it there. But with professional wrestling, all that though, man. You know, but I think I'd like in my stocking this holiday season for Christmas, and she might be back out there on that market. But we had a little news for her because we're going to transition this into a little naughty and nice. Jimmy TMZ over there, he loves these kind of headlines. Hey, we got rumor Nikki Bella.
Oh.
Rumors are, man, she might be shacking up. She might be on that Christmas cougar hunt.
I've seen it, man.
The 22-year-old from the Philadelphia Eagles. What's the name? Cooper DeJean?
Yeah, defensive back, I think.
She's out there.
Defensive back, all right.
Getting after it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Nikki, 44, and he's 22, brother. Jimmy, I know you. You love this gossip in pro wrestling, man. I see.
I love it. Love it.
You're always the one to asking me if I heard what Nikki said on her podcast about needing just a little action, just wanting a little action.
That's what she says in her own podcast, man. That's what she says. Heck, she's even talking about screwing the fans on her podcast. I kid you not. She says, "No, I don't screw fans," but then she comes in. I mean, he's old enough to be a kid, man.
Yeah.
When he was born, she was in her 20s, man.
You know, Hammer. It's funny you mentioned Skyline Chili before because, hey, Nikki Bella, she sold me on the X, man. Sold me on social media. I asked her out on a date when they were coming to Cincinnati. Asked her out. It might have been the way I worded it because I said, hey, Nikki, Raw's coming through town. How about you and I hook up and I take you out for a three-way? That she might not have understood what I meant when I said because I meant Skyline Chili.
Three-way chili.
Yeah,
you got to be a Skyline guy to get it, you know.
Yeah. So she knows so. She broke my heart.
You know, so
yeah, and now she's out there. She's with this 22. Hey, that's the reality of it. Hammer's been on the road. He's lived this life. He knows it. When these chicks get to that age, when you hit mid-40 through like 60, your sex drive goes crazy, and it's hard for dudes in that age group. But
they also start going dipping a bit too, you know. It's not getting menopause and it's all over after that.
Oh, no, man. That is the prime spot, man. All these girls that I went to like high school with, like I meet up with now, man, they are just ready to go. But here's the problem. Guys in that age, it's hard to keep up. So they go look for them young cats, man, that are just full of testosterone, ready to just bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, yeah. Yeah. That's a cycle of life with testosterone. And you know what? I'm not mad at the young guy because guess what? Nikki Bella's not bad looking at all.
No, absolutely not.
So, I mean, if she wasn't
better now than ever.
Yeah.
She looks better now on television than she did 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
So, I'm not, if I could go back to being 22, knowing what I know. Oh, my God.
I'll do anything to go back to those.
Hey, I will, out there for us old cats out there that want to have an edge, stay in the game. Stop giving up these fine-looking ladies in their middle age to these young cats out there. Here's what you can do, man. You can get hard with Hameen, the Hameen Media Group. We are talking the leaders in edible, in chewables, man, and that is Blue Chew.
Good for you, man.
They have got the Max pills out now, man. Reformulated to take you to the next level. You want to get hard. Stay up with these hot middle-aged chicks that are just raring to go, man. Blue Chew Max. And it's good.
There's a Max version now.
I heard good things about that.
Anytime you want to get hard, man. I'll tell you what. We're getting ready to do a SmackDown review. I need to get hard. I need to get hard for SmackDown, man. That's what I do. I'm going to pop a Blue Chew Max right now.
Oh, no,
please. Pop that in right now.
Do your thing, man.
I got Christmas parties later, but I got to get hard for this SmackDown review. So we'll see if this kicks in here. But gentlemen, yes,
it doesn't go down after a while there, Rick. You get excited for good 3 days straight.
3 days straight, yeah. You know,
that's what
so
I heard.
back
Anyway.
to back.
Yeah, back to back to back.
If you watch SmackDown and have an erection for longer than 3 hours, please call your booker. And you want to have that checked out.
Yeah, pal.
All right, gentlemen. Let's jump into it. The reason that we are here, we had some Christmas fun there. We spread that cheer, but the reason we are here, it is the Blue Brand, a SmackDown review. Guys, a number of things I want to talk about this show. Of course, we are on the holiday stretch, which seems they go into a little bit of a lull. But I got to say, there was a couple things on this week's show that I really, really enjoyed. I thought they had some good segments, some things that we can pick apart here. Maybe didn't go in the right direction. But again, more of a positive note. I do want to start with this. This is a glaring thing that jumped out to me. Last Saturday, we all had a great time with the John Cena farewell show, the Saturday night's main event. What was spotlighted also on there was the NXT stars, a great undercard with a great, Obafemi introduced to the world. People look, they have just seen a god that has emerged. They were wowed by Sol Ruca, the young high flyers, Evans and Slater doing their thing out there. We go to Monday Night Raw. We go to SmackDown. Where were these kids? Where was the follow-up? We gave them the spotlight, and now we're going to forget them?
Didn't I tell you that's what they were going to do? That's what I said last week as well. Like, what's the point if they're not going to lead up with anything with them?
Hammer, your thoughts? I mean, it's you should go where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Like, stay hot with this. At least something with these kids, and we got nothing.
Nothing. They're just testing them. They're just testing the guys right now. They're testing them on national television at the main roster level, and of course at the NXT level. It's just they're just playing a little game right now. So to see how they react to their little bit of fame, their little sprinkle of push that they just got. And the Great Oz is going to sit back and watch to see how do they handle it like a mature person, or are they going to be immature about it and go to social media and go all that blah blah and do that and bury themselves.
Okay, that's that inside perspective, Jimmy. Mm-hmm. It's where the average mind's not going. So sit back, be humbled, be gracious that you had it, and just kind of wait again.
Because I mean, Mania's around the corner. See, if they know how to wait the young guys just wait about 6 months. The same thing with Femi. The same thing with Sweetheart that I'm a big fan of. Layla Gray. Yeah. So those two, like her. So as you can see, she's pretty mature with her shine. So if Femi can be the same, and then just wait a minute, wait a couple of months, and get because if the writers aren't writing anything for them, then now it's time for them to write for themselves, book themselves. This is when you start learning. You are your own business, so you start booking your own self without having the writers to tell you what to do.
Hey, let me ask you this before Jimmy, I'll get your thought on that there. But while we're on that thought, I want to get this from Hammer. Was there ever like any concern or worry about getting called up at different times of year? Because it seems like it would be difficult going from like OVW from NXT, the development to the main roster, especially during WrestleMania season, because it's so crowded and there's so little wiggle room to really slide in and start grooming a new star, because especially when you got all the returning stars normally that we see.
Mm-hmm.
So was there ever any concern like that? Like, man, it's awesome to go up for WrestleMania to be a part of that, but it's going to be more difficult.
Anytime when back in developmental, when it was Mania season or Mania time, when we could go up there and take part and get a little rub from it,
mm-hmm.
we would come back and everybody would be, oh shit, because it's time to get released or get fired or get hired time, because it's always around Mania. Oh, right after Mania, that's when the releases will start coming, as you all know. So that would be a big worry, like, you'd be tense and everything, unless you knew directly that you were already plugged in, then you were okay. But if you was not plugged in, you were kind of like, well, we'll see the Mania. So, that's how that was, because that's when the hiring and firings came about, main roster and developmental.
That would have been pretty damn intense, Jimmy.
Oh,
it was, dude.
Saying.
This is before social media, man. So it wasn't like we could get out. All we had was the doggone dirt sheets. So whoever was fooling with the dirt sheets, that's who you knew who was the inside snitch. So
I was gonna say that. Do you know who the snitches were initially?
Well, back in the day, Danny David, Vince knew they would find out. They would find out because they had eyes on the dirt sheets. And so the guys who were on the contract, that's why they would tell us, guys, stay off those damn dirt sheets over and over and over. You're gonna get heat on yourself. Al Snow would tell us that, and I'd be damned if there'll be certain guys in developmental, OVW and Deep South that would get on there and start doing that, and bam, they would disappear. They got released. Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow.
Mm-hmm. And nobody would know. Like you were like, what happened? And it would come out of nowhere, and you wouldn't be expecting the person to get released because, like, what the fuck they get released for?
And then you put two and two together, and you figure out
two and two together, and then after they've been gone for like 2 or 3 months, then that's why blah 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 got released because he was fooling with those damn dirt sheets.
Damn.
So yeah.
Were there times that you saw that someone found out they were getting released by the sheets first before the company?
I think maybe one or two guys, they weren't there long. They were already either signed before. Well, I was in OVW for a year before I got my actual contract, so I was able to see all this. So there were guys that had been signed for like 2 and 3 years, like maybe since 2001 or 02, that were there when I got there in 05.
Yeah,
so
that long, that was still there too.
That was the Capitelli days and Jeter and
right. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know what dirt sheet was, but that's when I first started hearing that word dirt sheet when Cornette would go to golf with that stuff, boy. He would be living about. Yeah, and I was just getting there, just started training there. So I was like, that's when I started really seeing it. And like, okay, this is what the dang on how when you put yourself out there like that, yeah, that you get your own self released because of that damn social media and the same thing, dirt sheet, social media, same thing.
Yeah,
I don't understand why the guys if they're gonna take social media, why don't they take the media to help them get themselves over, not to get yourself buried, to bury yourself.
Favorite too, man. Even if you talk to the dirt,
that's another thing. Everybody, why? I don't understand. People say the kayfabe is dead. You know what? Okay, everybody know. They say know everything. It's our job to present the kizay to the people. That's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
So why in the hell don't we, as the talent, do that?
It puzzles me. I can't even figure it out.
Even if you do have AI and all this smart stuff, who gives a fart? Just do what wrestlers do, so the people can go, oh yeah, that kayfabe. What? We know blah blah blah. Guess what? That's what wrestlers do.
Yeah, that's bullshit. You know what, boys? Could it be? Are they getting told? Say, and I'm not sure that I'm obviously not thinking that for sure. But would Triple H say, for example, be telling the talent, everyone knows it's fake and all this bullshit. Who cares what you do on social media and whatnot?
Well, they'll give you could have that freedom. You can have the freedom to do that. But as you see, the guys who be right there on it could be pay-per-view. Within 24 hours, they're on that damn device, that man-made device. Blah, 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 blah. Why are you doing that?
Well, they got to get their star ratings. They got to
There's the people that give you. There's the people that send you your paycheck. Well, I guess I don't know how they do it now, but I don't know how they pay you now. They used to pay you by old school, but through the mail. So, but either way,
no shit. Wow.
Yeah, that's Vince was even though he was $1 million company, but that's why we always had you always had money on deck at the show, so you can get money, you could get a draw. Right. So you can so if you needed $100, you can get $100 from he passed away. What's his name?
Pat Patterson?
The other guy, not Pat. He was a ref for a minute.
Wait a minute.
Short guy. I can't think of his name. It'll come to me later. But he always had to, he used to ref a little bit.
Okay, I'll get back to you when it pops up in my head.
No, but they had a cash handler ready if you needed it.
Yeah. So you always had to cash on deck, man. So Vince was professional with that. I don't knock that. He was a pro. So with that, so I mean, I guess that was long winded, man. But so you always had your money if you needed to do what you needed to do. So, but so for his kayfabe, man. You could be sitting in a restaurant. I don't care if you are working something with this dude. You could be in a restaurant and still enjoy your dinner, or with your family, or by yourself, and still put off that illusion that I'm still gonna f your ass up when I get the chance. When we get to when Survivor Series get here, blah blah blah, or whatever. You know, even if you do have a camera sitting right there, you can still present your. You can still put off the image that we still got an issue.
Well, I think the biggest issue when it comes to kayfabe, Hammer, is, it's not that it's dead. And I hear people in the business say, I say, no. The issue is it needs to be able to evolve. It has to modernize itself with the times. And you do see sometimes, we're going to talk about him here in a minute, like Drew McIntyre is so masterful with how he uses his social media. He's not out there exposing himself. He uses it to further what we're supposed to think about him and the character that's on air. And that is so easy to do. And even from the creative side, let's use that. Let's write towards more what social media is about. When you're creating characters for the wrestlers, use that personality and how they're going to be on social media. Now, with that as well, I mean, we've been doing the Hami Media Group here. We're approaching 10 years. And from day one, one of the running jokes around here is how I'm talking about a social media czar. So every time that's a 10,000 fine, you really expose something that we're doing that goes against counterproductive to what we've got going on television, you're getting fines with it. Coach people to use it properly. Like you said, it's the worker's job to work the marks.
Right.
But do they get taught this stuff these days, though, Rick? That's the thing.
No, that's the issue.
Hell no. Hell no. No. They don't even get taught how to speak any kind of kids on it, man. I mean, nothing.
It's the same. It's the same with she's on SmackDown. We're going to talk about her. That I can't stand it that she's even there right now. It's Meechin, who I call Munchie. Because when they did the retribution thing, that had the potential to be a beautiful gimmick. It was mirroring something that was very touchy going on in life that they could have played with there. But because she got mean tweets, oh, that's not me. That's no. She immediately ruined that within one day. The whole gimmick, the whole thing.
They're all soft cocks, bro.
Because it's a different. How old is she?
She's probably in her 40s. Probably, somewhere in there. She's been around.
Look it up. She'll be in her late 30s.
If she's in her 40s, then that means she's probably sensitive to the whole AI. World.
She just doesn't get it. She thinks it's about movesets and all that.
She's 36, actually, by the way.
All right, mid-30s. Okay. All right, so kayfabe can work. We just gotta let it evolve and learn how to use our environment around it.
Believability, dude. It's the same thing. It's like you come to the ring, no matter if you're a babyface or heel. I don't give a flying fart. Even if my daughters was to get involved in this business. If anything, when you come from out of that gorilla position, or as the people would say, behind the curtain, when you come out to the audience, they either need to believe two things. You are a heel or you are a face. They need to believe two things. This person coming out here to do some bad damage to somebody. With the look on his face or how she looks, or or you got two bad bitches coming out here getting ready to do some throw down, or you got two bad dudes coming out here getting ready to throw down. So the believability. So then when the people need to know, they need to know whether they need that match right there, that dude right there, he believes he really believes who he say he is. I'm not saying he gotta be some crazy loco dude, but the shit got to come off like,
you gotta believe what you're doing, right? Otherwise it's not gonna come across like realistically, obviously.
Right.
But what I don't understand is what I just don't get. Sorry, Hammer. Continue. I just don't understand how.
So let's get into the show itself here, gentlemen.
All right.
Watching the clock here today. We put over.
Talk about this all day.
how masterful he is on it there. So let's open it up. Let's talk about the big news, the big put over here, the big story coming out of SmackDown, and that is the evolving, as we let things go, let it evolve. They go to the next level here. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. This is something that I really enjoyed on this week's program. And of course, we got the recap. Drew has been suspended. They're trying to work out a deal to bring him back. But Cody, he just wants Drew's ass. He wants him served up on a platter. This has gotten very, very personal. It's throwdown time. So we get a great piece of footage here with Aldis going to Drew McIntyre's home to negotiate a deal. Throws it out there on the table to get Drew back to work. Drew's got to come back, make a public apology, pay a fine, which says he's the payday from War Games should cover that for him. And then Drew will be reinstated. Drew thinks about the terms, says no deal. No deal. He is tired of Cody Rhodes being protected. He wants, if he's going to come back, he'll give the apology, he'll pay the fine, but he wants a match on his terms. He's going to decide the stipulation. Furthermore, he wants that maniac, that crazy Cody, to be prevented, legally prevented from touching him until that match happens. Gentlemen, I love the way they shot this thing at the home. I love the camera angles here. I loved how even when Cody shows up, Cody then shows up after they reach they're going to come to the deal. They shake the hands, and on the doorbell camera, Cody's at the front with the security guys in the gated community trying to hold him back, and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, he attacks Drew. They're throwing down. Security guard ends up in the lake. Even the Nutcracker catches one. They break the Nutcracker in the yard. They got the Christmas ornaments up and all that. I like that. We talk about a real raw, gritty feel in professional wrestling.
Old school too, man. They haven't done shit like this for a long time.
And one of the things
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
So it's always like, we're like supposed to believe like these guys only hate each other in the arena. What do they do the other 6 weeks before TV? So exactly. This is Cody going, hey, Drew ain't coming to work. I'm going to Drew.
And his house. I'm going to pull up going to his house. That reminds me of thinking about NWA when I saw people pull up on Dusty, go to Dusty Rose's house and with, in the Carolinas.
Yeah, and he got a beating too with one of them. Didn't the Horseman turn up as well? They even beat the shit out of him like in a parking lot somewhere.
A couple of times. Took about, let's see. He was on Dusty, I think, if I look back at my old school tapes, because I look at him.
Right.
The heat was on him, I think, about three or four times between when my eyeballs first started watching this from 81 until like 85, I think. Because I remember, right. that was what I was watching. So
coming from the South, NWA would have been your thing for sure.
Yeah, Mid-Atlantic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Mid-Atlantic, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I was able to watch a lot of.
So with that old school comparison, that kind of feel, all that real feel back then, where people, they would see that stuff back then if they were filming. Because I remember the story with. Oh man, who was the one that was with Missy Hyatt, the short guy? There was a booker, great mind in wrestling, but it was when it was in Memphis when he took his car and hit Jerry Lawler. And there was
Eddie Gilbert, maybe?
It was Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert. It was Eddie Gilbert.
He used the car to hit Jerry Lawler, and they actually he went a little too fast in it, and Jerry got hurt, like broke his hip, something with his hip. So Jerry's at the hospital. People saw that on television, because they were airing live there in Memphis time. They called the police. The police went to the hospital to see if Jerry Lawler wanted to press it. Awesome. So you get knowing that old school Hammer. I mean, did you like seeing this in a modern presentation?
Yeah, it's like that was cool. I mean, I saw the clip and I was like, I could see that. Be honest, I said, okay, that seemed like how Dusty would have booked that.
Absolutely,
that because Cody was doing it, and I know Cody. I'm cool with Cody. Cool's a fan. I ain't got to be nothing negative to say about Cody.
I think he's a top dude, man, actually, with Cody. But anyway,
when he has to be, if you treat him, but I think if you treat Cody like an asshole, he's gonna handle him. He's gonna handle himself.
Right.
So
for sure.
I respect him. Yeah, and I've never had nothing. I've been in the ring with him many times, dude. I ain't never had a problem with Cody ever. So, but I like that booking. I could see that. I was like, that in my mind, I was thinking, the first thing I thought of was like, man, okay, I remember seeing when Dusty Rhodes got jumped in the parking lot, and I was watching it on a Saturday morning, you know. So
the only thing to nitpick I would have changed about is I probably would have got rid of the mood music just so it had more of a real sense to it, where it didn't look like it went through production.
Yeah, and what was up with that, dude?
Yeah, just that just a little too much Hollywood to it. But it didn't ruin it for me. It just
but they don't usually do that though when they do this type of stuff. So I found that weird that they
we did know it was a pre-tape because it happened during the week. Because we do get Jimmy, we do get in the arena now. All this does address Cody, and this is we get a pretty powerful promo here from Cody. All this is there to remind him he knows who Cody is. He knows he's the top guy. He's the champ, but he's gonna have to play by these rules. These are the stipulations. Drew's going to get his match. Drew's going to pick a stipulation, and Cody can't touch him. But Cody reminds him he's QB1. He's the champ. Cody works for the people, and all this works for Cody. So pretty powerful message there from Cody. Jimmy, did you like the follow-up there?
Yeah, I did. And this was great again. And I saw the spoiler of this, unfortunately, the day before it aired, because people were like talking about it. It was all over social media for me for whatever reason. I thoroughly enjoyed this segment, and but now that I saw what happened before that, I didn't have any context of what was going on the previous night. I saw it, with the whole incident with Drew's house and all that. But no, I liked it. Unfortunately, though, this is where it goes downhill after this point. I feel like
for these two,
after this segment for me.
Oh, for the show. Yeah, that's why I just that's what I'm talking about. The highlight here. We're talking about some of the other stuff on the Hammer. Let me ask you this. We talked about at the top of the review here about, are we supposed to forget about the NXT talents? Does this open a door? Cody can't touch Drew, but there's a big bad man that might want to get his hands on Drew McIntyre that stole his moment. That could be Obafemi.
Oh, without a doubt.
I can see that.
Yes, sure. I think that writes itself, I think it writes itself. It's plenty of towns. You can get mileage out of that thing. It has legs that you can really get something out of. So therefore, you don't have to rush it. And if I was booking it, or if I was in charge, I would have Or if I would say, well, if Cody asked me what I thought, I'll say, well, this is what I think. I think I would book it like Dutch. I would do 6, so I would get some time out of this, And even though Mania is around the corner, but do we really have to get something out of this before Mania? Or
you could close
get it later.
Close the chapters, write the final chapters, close the book on this go around for Drew and Cody, but then open up Femi and Drew for WrestleMania.
What worries me though, boys, about that is Drew McIntyre going to get screwed in both sort of matches here?
It doesn't. See, you're thinking like that.
No, but what I mean by that, how many
Drew doesn't need to go over
it? Losing and losing and losing. He's going to keep complaining.
He's a made man. Hammer your thoughts on that.
I'm just saying.
Well, I think I'm thinking. Well, maybe that could be the actual gimmick. Let maybe Drew do it like this. Drew just. Let that be his heat. The fact that he loses and he complains and he still beat the shit out of people or beat the crap out of people physically, And I would say because he's a good heel too. So, and then. See, that's way. See.
Well, I guess maybe
it's complicated, man. It complicates.
You could have. I know. Once you see a guy lose repeatedly, you lose a bit. I don't think that's really going to hurt Drew at all. But maybe the best thing with Drew here is that when we do finally see him get back on the winning ways, would it make more sense if he does it as a baby face? Like, you know what? I was being a dick. I was selfish. I was just so self-involved into myself. You know what? Maybe if I do it this way, do it for the fans. I need you, the people, to help power me. Let's go get it done together. That's the path that he could start climbing up a mountain towards a championship and finally getting that big win that was taken from him during COVID.
But technically, is he lying though with what he says? Really, he's saying a lot of truth.
Well, that's every villain has some truth.
Yeah, but with him, it's very. I don't know.
Because see, Drew's a good heel and he's a good hard-nosed baby face. A good good, believable, hard-nosed babyface.
Truth's just damn good at everything he does.
Yeah, so he understands how to work. So really, it's about how do you present him as either a baby or still being that heel. So he could be a type of heel like that until he's still a heel, but he comes to the end of his heelish ways. Like, man, I've come to the end. I get like when a person gets sick and tired of themselves. So man, I'm tired of my selfish ways. So now maybe can see the light or has seen the light. So, but he's seen the light in the way that the light would come to a guy like him, or so where he don't seem like he's had a transformation, but he still can go out there and knock you out at the same time.
Still get business done. He's just doing it for a more righteous cause instead of himself.
Yeah, himself. So
there you go, Jimmy. He's not dead.
Yeah, so that's what I think, Jimmy T. So either somebody needs to present that to the writers, or someone tell him that, or I mean, I think they already know that. So it's either you could already do it for it's like having
it's a hero's redemption story.
Well, so it has legs, man.
Right. Well, if you listen to his interviews away from WWE, he acts like he's bitter about the way he's
because he's working you, dude. He knows how to work it.
I'm taking it as he's working.
Worker.
Come on, bro.
He
of course,
the ultimate professional.
But he needs to show that more.
Another great segment I enjoyed on this show. Just a backstage thing that sets something up for next week, and Aldis is back there. The Miz wants to have a word with him, and he wants a match with you know who. Carmelo Hayes. And I like how the Miz like, you know what? I do want that match, but I want a match against the other guy. I can't say his name. Oh, you mean Joe? Whoa, don't say that. Don't say that. So it's going to be next week. Miz versus Joe Henry, and we get an R-Truth pops up, and he's like, say his name, Joe Pesci. I mean, this scene to set up a match next week that we know is going to be entertaining, that's going to be a lot of fun for next week's holiday show, was so simple and hit a home run. Aldis did his part. The Miz so masterful, and he does, and then R-Truth popping up to just that explanation point on a great segment to get you excited for something next week.
You know, unfortunately, I saw what happened in that by accident.
Oh, no spoilers.
I'm not going to say nothing, but yeah, just check it out when we do next week. Obviously,
Hammer, did you ever get to do any work with R-Truth or anything?
No, we just chit-chatted. We just talked. We shook hands. I mean, we knew we always saw each other, but no, I never had a chance to get. Actually, I never locked up with him. No.
Very, very cool. So I'm sure somebody would have loved to have done some stuff with.
Oh man, Truth is a legend, man.
Always. Yeah. I mean, R-Truth. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I think we were both the same age. So, and I feel like, man, when somewhere down the line before it's all said and done, I get a chance to maybe at least do something with him, or a protege or type trainee type thing or something like that. But we sat out and chopped it up in catering. So, but we never got in the ring and worked together.
Very, 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 very cool.
Yeah. Man, you still got his guns too, Hammer. He literally still got a pair of hammers over there, man.
Yeah, I still train, man. I just don't see with me at my age. See, now that I'm unashamed, and now at 53, I know I have a high metabolism. So if I go train like that I'm gonna eat up some stuff. So it's like
that's all right though, as long as you trained, obviously.
Yeah. So because I'm like, damn, if things aren't as 20 years ago, meat and food wasn't as expensive. Like
you can put on weight just like that too. Like as you get older, that's how I feel right now.
Yeah. So, and I know how my body works now. I'm like really in tune with my body. Like, okay, I know how, because I go to my doctor. So
right,
I'm big on that. So,
that's good.
Yeah. So appreciate it, man. And so I'm like, well, Truth, man, always, because Ezekiel Jackson got to work with him. I'm like, damn, man. So, but I always like Truth, man. R-Truth, man. Truth and Miz, they need those guys, man. They need. I mean, people talk about age, but I mean, if you don't have to be out there bumping and still do to be able to do this. Right, like Miz is in his 40s. I mean, the Hurt Business, they're all in their 50s, so you don't have to go out there and do crazy shit, man. You know,
herpes, like you said, they're in their freaking 50s, bro.
Yeah, we all in the same. We're all in the same. I think, as a matter of fact, because I'm the same age as let's see, no, Big Show's a year older than me, and The Rock is the same age as you're 54, like 55, 53 type frame. So, you know, ish. So, with a lot of these guys who still can go.
If you see the Big Show now, man, he's struggling to walk to his car, man.
Yeah, I feel for him. I've seen it, man.
Big old dude, man. Big old
yeah, a lot of yeah, man. I mean, you know, yeah, because I saw the video. I was like, oh man,
that's sad, right?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, a lot of guys, man. That's why we trying to look at it. What's this? I don't mean no harm. This young man named Kyle Fletcher. This video of him working on AEW, following on his. I got to cuss for a second. Following on his fucking neck. This shit was on national TV. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So he does this interview, like.
Oh, I saw this interview. I saw the
Chris Van Vliet.
I saw it too, right?
Just like he trained with Sean Spears, dealt with Chris trained Van Vliet. I said, I need to look Chris Van Vliet in his eyes as a man. And this young man can name Fletcher. I said, dude, do you understand that? I don't know how old you are, but there's gonna come a time you're not gonna be able to take a piss because your body's gonna be so fucked up over this bullshit. Ain't nothing cool about that bullshit, man. I said, he's a pleasant young man, well dressed, and I'm like, young man, that's not wrestling.
I
don't care how much money you make. That shit right there, that's bullshit. You telling me you think you're gonna be able to walk properly as a human being from this?
He's only 26, mind you, Hammer.
How old is he?
He's only 26 years old. Still.
Okay, he's like a son to me. My oldest daughter is older than him. So I'm talking. I can speak what I'm saying right now. When I see this young man, he's like the age of between the ages of my youngest daughter and my oldest daughter. There's no fucking way in life you think you're gonna be able to walk around if you think that shit is cool. There's no freaking way.
That's what. So him and Stevie.
You know what? You know what? And in fact, like, you know what? My Christmas gift for Tony Khan. You are owner. That means you're gonna be going to somebody's funeral one day because someone died on your show. Yep. Now I'm not the first person to ever say this about that because like,
right?
There's no way that's not even. No. That's like. And even if you do that crazy shit, you see, if you do half-ass sell it, you don't even get mileage out of it. You know, bring some believability back to this thing, this phony fake stuff called wrestling.
Absolutely, brother.
Because that's what it is. Rogers taught us this is fake, phony bullshit. All right, we all know that. But it's up to us to make it look like something. But that right there, no. So. You want to talk about kayfabe? Mentally, I'm thinking, I wonder what all the ones who have passed on from this great thing called wrestling, or for others, wrestling or wrestling, either one. So, how do you land on your neck? How do you even awkwardly take a bump like that, and then you're not even supposed to be able to get up and move if you even physically go through something like that. So why get up and even continue working? You're supposed to say or die. Stop. Do that. Because to get up from that tells people
bullshit. That people's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Right.
So
exactly. Why
should I sit here and spend as a working man or with a mother with two kids that want to take her two sons to see the wrestling or the wrestling show, to say, like, why am I going to spend my hard-earned money to go watch this stuff?
Fact.
So you talk about bookers and for all the old school that even laid hands on me before OVW, that told me certain things like, you when you learn this stuff, you are your own. You become the booker. You are your own promoter. You are the. You if the promoter booker whatever. He needs to have the wrestler or the person inside the talent performing these things so he can promote and book, right? So you should have a mindset to know that.
Right.
How to get yourself over. But that right there, I'm like, no, son, no, man. No. Yeah, God almighty. I'm like,
we got hammer hot. We got hammer
He's on
hot.
fire tonight, man.
I'm not hot, but I'm like, no, bro. That's like, there's no, that's like, I'm saying. And then
spit that truth. It's all right, spit that truth, man. But it's almost like people they grew up and they loved it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, because Chris Van Vliet asked him. He said, "Do you understand?" The way he asked him was like, "Was it one of those? I probably shouldn't do this. This is probably not good for me to do." So, and the young man said, he asked him, "Do you think? Basically, do you know that you probably could have?" Could have been a fatality. He goes, he smiled and said, "Yeah, no, but we haven't got there yet." And I said, "You know what? One day life is gonna knock the shit out you. Then you're gonna be able to you might not be able to answer that question because you're gonna be fucking dead." Yeah. Two people I know I've been around passed away from doing that shit, man. One guy came from OVW that I trained with, and Rip told him his name was Snakes. He passed away. He said, "Yo, you need to stop doing that shit before you kill yourself." He ended up dying from doing that stuff, man. And another guy I know, I'm like, because they've grown their fucking necks. How do you know, man? That's just like, you're not gonna be able to physically walk properly as a human, as a young man.
Yeah,
that's like Chelsea Green, bless her heart. I'm personal with it because I work with her husband, man. Her husband, we work together. When he was there, I know Cardona from back in the day. Yeah, so I'm like, your wife is like a sister to me now. I'm like Chelsea Green, don't you ever get your ass back on the fucking ladder and fall through no tables for none of this wrestling shit. Because you could have fucking died. I said, what the? This is a couple of years.
She didn't even want to do it. She didn't even really want to do it.
So I'm like, well, why did you go up there? You could have fucking killed yourself. And I'm like, I know you love the business, I do too, but at something,
it's not worth fucking your whole fucking life over
life up. Yeah. No, man. Sometimes it's like the people that ask you to do this, although they pay you, but you need to. If you want me to do this, then let me see you do it.
Right. Fuck yeah. But the problem with that, unfortunately, you get heat for fucking saying no, which is bullshit.
Stepping up for yourself.
Right.
When you stand up for yourself, and I see that now, and not just in wrestling, but any type of business work in general, you get heat for standing up.
Politics, bro. Right. Yeah.
You know. So that's all. But I just because I like Chelsea, I like her stuff, I like her art. And like I say,
she's learning now about the character stuff. She's relying on it.
And I never met her. You know what I'm saying? So I never met her, but like I say, hopefully I'll get to meet her and really get to see Matt again, man. And so, but they got to stop doing this, bro. Male and female, stop doing this before you kill yourself on national television, just so they can get that holy shit. Oh my God! Oh shit! Oh shit! She's really. Well, yeah.
Guys, speaking of the table spots, we had some tables on this show last night. This is another segment here, non-match, but it is one of the featured feuds, for better or worse, on SmackDown. This was our opener last night. As we get a continuation here, Damian Priest is out. He gets attacked by Vega and Aleister Black. Again, they're going to brawl around the outside. We see a table spot here. My biggest takeaway from this thing, this is continued on here. Looks like we're probably going to get some kind of, brawl, holiday brawl, whatever, everything going is the blow off to this. But again, last week when Jimmy and I were talking about this, we had an issue with they just arbitrarily, out of nowhere, just inject Rhea Ripley into this thing because she didn't have anything to do last week. Where the hell is she at here this week to help out her terror twin who's getting beat up now? Now she's worried about EO now. The disconnect, the continuity throughout the show is just terrible.
You've just been neuralized. You're supposed to forget what happened last week.
Yeah,
that's irrelevant.
So, Hammer, any quick thoughts here on the continuing program, the feud here between Damian Priest and Aleister Black.
Well, it's okay. It seemed like they're starting to pick up some steam now. Now, since Damian seems like they want to do something with it, but they need to either like.
Does it make sense? So you're picking up steam. You interject Ripley, who has the star power, and now she just disappears. But where the hell is? So now he's on his own again to take on two of them.
I suppose so. I mean, like, since they're not doing like the dominatrix thing, but they have that illusion to it. But I think they either need to drop that, bump the dominatrix stuff. Just go ahead and be some leather wearing badasses and go with that. Because in my mind,
I like it.
Huh?
I like how you said leather wearing badasses.
Yeah. So because in my mind, I look at it like an Oakland Raider, like foot from foot. I look at it from a sports point of view. So like that's how I see their gimmick. Like
that's
old school Oakland Raiders. Yeah, you know. So but who I just want to know where, if I was booking it, where are they going to go? Where are they trying to go with Damian?
That's the question. I don't know what the next step for either of these two programs are. Either of these talents after this program, it looks like we are getting closer to a final blow off. We've had a lot of violence. We've had fireballs. We've had big spots, things like that. So it looks like we're getting into some. They've already had Jimmy in there, right? Like, haven't they already done like no falls or
I think you're getting confused with the Drew McIntyre and Priest feud before this.
Okay, well, possibly. I know they've done a lot. They've thrown a lot out. This thing has been highlighted on television for a couple of months now. So it looks like we're going to get some kind of no rules, everything goes blow off to this thing to let these guys just go out there and unleash hell on each other.
But the thing my issue is, I'm worried for both of these guys going into this feud. The thing is, Priest is starting to let himself go, man. Have you noticed that? He was jacked. He was getting jacked when he became champ. And now he's getting bitch tits. He just doesn't give a fuck.
Well, that goes back to what Hammer's been preaching here. We regularly hear from the vet. Those guys, once they heat you up to see what you can do at the top, but more so, the test is what do you do when we pull you down and move you down? Are you going to let yourself go? Are you not going to be ready to get the call back up to a main event scene? So if that's the case, then he is failing himself here. The test is that anyone can swim. Anyone can swim when they've got the spotlight on you, when you're the king, when they've got the crown, you're going to shine the brightest. But can you continue to shine when they drop you back down there? That's the test.
When you come back down. See, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying about when they you pretty much said it, because they want to see how if you still shine, if you still can work as you're coming back down. Because like I was trained by Al, you still planting seeds as you coming back down off your run. As you're planting seeds, you're setting up future runs for you when you get ready to. You setting up you planting seeds in your match, so you got to be ready for that next call up. It's just
next call. You're just not at your best when they want you to be the best. You got to be there when you're even curtain jerking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because the artist actually has a point. I forgot about this, but Lola will do that to you. He's going out with Lola Vice just quietly, as he says, too much pumping, not enough iron.
A lot of empty calories eating that ass.
That's a lot of calories.
It should be up.
Well, gentlemen, let's get into the matches here that we had for last night's SmackDown.
I'm not mad at them.
All of the matches except for one were tag team matches, which is an indication of maybe some lazy booking. And even the singles match still had duos because each side had two people out there. So a lot of tandems and teams in this thing. Let's run through them here real quick for you. Let's start with the women's division, and we will start with that singles match because not a whole lot out of here. Just continuation. Julia on the chase for the Women's United States Championship. She goes over Alba Fire. Of course, Julia has Big Purse in her corner, and Fire has, as we just spoke about her, how brilliant she is in her character work. She looked stunning, looked great here in everything she did. Chelsea Green in Alba's corner. Again, Julia goes over on Alba to continue their program. Jimmy, I'll let you start on this one.
What are we doing with Julia? What are they trying to do? They're trying to bring her back up again?
There's nothing. They've already failed her. They thought just putting a belt on her would get her over without a character connection.
She was a champion, and they killed her too, Rick. That's another thing. You know what I mean?
Just being a champion means jack squat. You're just not going to get over being a champion unless you've got a story and a character. Hammer, your thoughts? Did you follow Julia through NXT or anything, or is just when she got called up the first exposure?
Yeah, I followed her. Yeah, I followed her.
Your thoughts on the talent?
Well, Julia, I mean, Julia has a motor. She's always, to me, been that firecracker. So there's something there with her. I just need
talent, absolute talent, man, for sure.
Absolute talent, yes, yeah, and she has shown that when I watched her in NXT and on the roster. So I'm like, they just keep giving her bullshit to do.
Bullshit, right?
They give her bullshit. So she's just doing the rip as Rip told us, just because she's just grabbing a hold and just chain wrestling right now, just hanging out. In my opinion, because that's what I would do if I was in her spot. If I knew what to do, like, okay, y'all not doing that with me. I'm just here, blah blah blah. All right, well, let me just take a couple of drop kicks. That's about it, and stay out of the way. Don't get any heat. Let me just get my check. How's our merch? How's our merch? How where is she on the merch move?
Non-existent.
And she had hype coming in too, which is funny. You know what I mean?
Did she really have hype, or was it just with a niche? I mean, I don't think
Yeah, because she was bad.
She was probably the niche. And to be fair, Jago was the one that got me into it before she even came to WWE. He used to tell me all about it. I'm sure you would have heard that too, Rick, at the time. Because she was a big star in Japan, obviously.
Keyword. Japan. I said it before. When you come from Japan, when you come from Japan, you come back like a badass. So when I said with the honk the Hank and Tank cats, I said, yo, when y'all came back from Japan, because I was like, I know when I came back from Japan, went back to Puerto Rico, I had to work down because that was a different style what I was doing there. So in Japan, because it was me and Steve Carino, and we did really good. So and working coming, and that's when I learned that. So when the Hank and Tank dudes came back, I said they were supposed to come back working up here, more not working down. That's what they did. So when Julia came from Japan, that shit was on point. So she's supposed to be on top. But they see that it's obvious she's done the work in the ring. So the writers, I guess they playing grab ass, obviously, to me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because I'm speaking from the heart on that shit, man. I'm like, when you talk about Japan, I fed my kids like that I know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm like,
they teach you life lessons too, man. You know what I mean? Like Japan, bro. I get you, man.
Yeah, so I'm like, y'all not doing nothing with Julia, man. Y'all not doing anything with Julia. Just bullshit. To me, if they ask me what I personally thought,
I agree.
And I can tell if you really dig what we do, I'm like, come on, y'all, man, what are y'all doing?
That's why I don't understand how they have nothing for her. You know what I mean? Like,
she could be the second. She could be the second future mama son, replacing Oscar as the gatekeeper. But y'all effing around with it.
Absolutely.
Oh Lord, no.
And Oscar's already in her 40s, mind you, right now.
Yeah. So she's
still got a while to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. But you know what? The artist is right too. They should change her look a little bit because she looks like a friggin' and she was never like this in Japan. In Japan, she looked way more extravagant. But she's wearing baggy shit. Like she looks like a bum half the time now.
As they say, ratchet. She looks real ratchet.
Yeah, it was the same.
As they say, ratchet.
Like, she's ratchet, right? Like she's just.
You guys mentioned Asuka. Let's talk about her here a little bit. This is one of the things that infuriate me about this show, and really lately here. It seems like they're not focusing on the women's singles, but they are putting a focus on their tag division, loaded up with a lot of stars, some interesting tandems there. The booking, though, in this women's tag division, absolutely infuriating, especially here. We see the champs, the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka, yet again, eating a pinfall. Poor Kairi Sane getting beat up over the last month or so. Didn't think she has one win. I just remember her losing.
On Raw, she won. She won on Raw this past week, but you're right. On SmackDown, she's been getting lots after lots.
Especially as a team, a heel tag team, these guys, both of them, and there's something mysterious. There's something on the edge of the seat. They're very dangerous in their own way, that kamikaze sort of way. Why, Hammer, are we treating the Kabuki Warriors where they should be up here and everyone else chasing instead of eating pin and just continue to get beat up? Big issue to me.
I think it's the same thing with Julia. Like
but there is a connection though with Asuka to the crowd. They've done great vignettes.
Yeah. Asuka, see, Asuka's face was on the doggone the tractor trailer. Her face for the Mania in New Orleans. Asuka's face was up there, so you already know she's already up. She's a made lady. So why don't you treat them as such? So I feel like instead of, even if you want to do the Kabuki Warriors thing, but you got two beautiful, legit we'll go there, Japanese ladies that know this stuff, but they should be here, but y'all play them down here. Why do that? I don't know why.
Well, it's a regular thing, as Q Potter said. It's
a historical regular thing. It's lazy. Kai said that.
It's lazy booking with WWE. They do this no matter your race, your color, your whatever. They think that making pinning a champ makes you like, oh, people are gonna be excited. No, you're just devaluing whoever holds that championship. We should have that payoff eventually, where the champs are escaping. Like the Honky Tonk thing. He was the most coward heel villain ever. Longest reigning great at the time, but how many people did he actually beat? He escaped. And it was that irritable thing. So when he finally got his comeuppance and someone put him down with Warrior, that just added to how awesome that moment was.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, I mean, the option of how you create challengers isn't by beating champions in non-championship bouts. That again is just the lazy WWE style. You're lessening the entire division by weakening your champions. Now, of course, here, and I don't even get this. Why was this a showcase match? Because the match here on SmackDown was the Kabuki Warriors, the heel champs that should be, they don't have to look incredibly strong, but they need to get the job. Underhand.
Get the business done.
They escape. Why are they in there against the other heel tag team? What do they call it? I know you love them, the bad booty bullies. The booty bullies.
That match.
Because I know you like this match because of those delicious chocolate candy cane outfits they had going on there. Those girls were looking good.
Yes, sure were. No doubt about that. Yes, sir. That's 100%.
But we don't need Lash and Nia squashing them. They should be beating up the other baby faces right now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they shouldn't even be involved in this shit. They should just have them far away from each other right now.
This should have nothing to do with that.
Just because you got a very versatile women's division, you don't need them all targeting the champs at once. They can have separate feuds like that.
Yeah,
that's shitty fucking booking, boys.
Okay, when it comes to booking, right? It's like okay, you book the main, you book the mid, you book the prelims, you book down to the opening gate, opening of the doors. So you should be able to book. You got to book two tag teams. You book two singles guys. You book two. You book the main. You book the world titles and you book the US title. Then if you book your title stuff like that, you'll have enough time where you can still draw money but it may not be the main issue, but you'll have enough interest going on. To me,
you got
to appease all the matches. Yeah, you can have a few things going on, man. So that draw that's requires decent enough talent where you can have something going on in this territory, something going on in that territory under the same company.
Right.
Which is kind of what they're doing.
Well, what they're doing now, instead of like when you go to a nice restaurant and you get like a 4-course meal, it's like they bring it all out at once. Like they don't let you just enjoy like a little bit of, your salad, your appetizer, and then you go to the main. It's like, you're getting the whole thing at once. We're bringing out a wheelbarrow
at once
and dumping it on the table.
Yeah, it's like we do it we like a crab bowl. We dump it all on the table. That's good eating, but you get to pick what you like to eat. And if you do dump it out like that, if you do dump it out like a big dump truck, crab legs and get some good sausages and everything, at least you get to pick if you want to get your corn on the cob first or not. So but since it's not done,
go for a good old seafood bake, man. I tell you, man, shit.
That's good eating.
Heck yeah. So I mean, just have a mess there. I was thinking this with the booty bullies. I threw it out here on this show before they even teamed them up. Jimmy will back me up on this. I was yelling for it, like bring those two together.
He called it. I'll give you that.
Them back in the day, they should be like a modern version. I was calling them the glamorous disasters because I saw like a. To me, they should have been the powerhouses, like the natural disasters, like
I like
earthquake and typhoon. You know, and another great spot of those guys, natural disasters, was Jimmy Hart. I would love to see Vicky Guerrero with Legend and Nia Jax.
Oh God!
Let her be the vocal, the voice.
That's a lot of women, man. That's a lot of women at one time.
But it makes sense though, because she's not a small.
That might
woman
be too much. Too much.
Man, I would love if she became.
It's a lot of estrogen.
Jimmy Hart,
not being biased.
Man, I think, man, they could do some great things. Get some major heat on them with the excuse.
Let's see. I ain't never thought about that. Let me see. Let me see.
I understand where he's coming from, though. I get where Ricky's going with that, like totally. Because think about natural disasters, you got, and then, Yeah.
I like that.
It'd be funny.
I like the parallels. Well, guys, if you want more tag team wrestling, we've got more tag team wrestling for you. In fact, we're going to take our singles division, our United States Championship Open Challenge. We're going to put that on hold because we got a tag team match. We got DIY, by the way, who's two-time the WWE tag team champions, been tag team specialists for over 2 decades, have won championships everywhere they've gone. But they're going to go out here and get put down by the makeshift team of a Little Dragon, Dragonoff and Carmelo Hayes. The match itself, I thought it moved too quick. I agree with Let's Go.
Quick. They never slow down, bro.
Dragonoff doesn't slow down to let the heels get any heat, and he doesn't sell.
He doesn't get it, man.
Doesn't sell anything. But my biggest thing here is why put down DIY? Again, multi-time WWE tag team champs. They've been tag team specialists for their entire career. We know these two together, and they can't get the job done against a makeshift team hammer. You know what? It reminds me of that Aaron Idol went out there and got that low down, no good Johnny Jeter, and they teamed up out of nowhere and they beat you and Ox, man, when you guys were having trouble inside the bowling alley. Yeah, I watched that match yesterday. I found that match.
Did you? Did you really?
Yep.
Yeah, they made the save on us, man. They came and I remember Jeter came and made the save. Yeah.
Nobody was going to team with Aaron. Nobody, because they didn't trust him. He was even trying to get he was recruiting. The ladies.
I remember that.
Because he wanted to get his hands on the Ox and the hammer. But Bolin was very confident that he couldn't find anybody. But Jeter shows up. He gets the phone call. He shows up at the Davis Arena. And Hammer does.
Yes, I remember that, man. Oh, man.
Man, I couldn't believe how big you were back then, too, Hammer, man. You're a freaking tank, bro.
Yeah, that's what Al Snow used to say. What my name should be Hammer. She should call you Tank. Because he was like, you wouldn't let because he could feel it because like I say, Bobby was supposed to be. He was going to come back and do some stuff,
right
down there, and that's when I was getting my appreciated, by the way, but because I was focused, I was serious, man. I didn't smiz then. I was straight up,
Yeah, you were freaking machine, bro.
Yeah, man. You and Bobby would head in that building gimmick with the military backgrounds.
That's the first thing. Man. That was our first conversation, dude, because I was fresh out of the military at that time. When although I had wrestling experience, but I was doing a double. So when we shook hands and met each other, it was automatic. So I was like, okay, man, like I told you, I was like, well, man, I can't believe you coming up to me talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he was complimenting me, and I was like, I looked at him, I'm like, I'm like, shit, man.
That would have felt good though, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just got there because it was during the summer series when I think Rey Mysterio was supposed to he was going to work with Seth Skyfire because Seth it was and who else, it was like everybody was coming down. So but anyway, that's when I just got there and like and it's like I was like okay because but my work had to catch up with where we're.
But that's normal, man.
I just got there.
Right.
And I was not assigned yet. So I would have been way ahead. I would have been, super duper green. So I would have got I might would have got the thumbs up, but I would have been out the door so fast.
Just timing wasn't right then. The stars line for it to happen.
Line up.
What do you think, Amber, about the makeshift teams going in and putting down someone like DIY? I mean, if you like them or not,
so back then,
resume, the reputation's there for their entire careers, tag team specialists.
Yeah, they end up. And I don't know why they're booking them like that because you're not booking them like stars. They're not looking. To me, what I'm speaking how Carlos Colon explained it to me, and others. You're not looking like stars the way that you should be. You're looking like you're just there just to you. Although they are not doing it, the way that they're booking you guys is coming across to me like you all are just fillers. You're just there just to be there. Because they're not really trying to do shit with you.
Singles people to take a loss in a tag scenario. I mean, would it hurt Hayes? Would it hurt Hayes or Dragon to take a loss? Does it hurt singles competitors that are in a makeshift tag to take a loss?
No, it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt anybody. You can lose it it don't hurt the champion to lose. It's about how he or she loses it. If you come up with a creative way for him to lose the title, switch titles, you can. The old school territory booking with how they used to do it. You can drop titles, but it depends on the stipulation. Right. If you're sticking to the storyline of what you're doing, other than that, you're not. It won't make sense to me. To me, it wouldn't make sense, and so it wouldn't really draw any money.
Yeah, so nothing to draw here, nothing of interest. Let's talk main event here, guys, and it is a, believe it or not, tag team match, but we do it. This one is for something. We've got some stakes here. But we got all these tag teams with 2 competitors. Now we're going for our tag team championships where each side has 5 people, but only 2 of them are going to be representing. Of course, we've got My Family Tree challenging here, the Wyatt 6 for the belts. Jimmy, I know you've been on this one. You've been following this. We have been following it for a while here, but you've been hot on this program. And your thoughts that we finally get to see them hook up for the straps here in the main event.
Yeah, first of all, it was a long time coming, let's be honest. I mean, how many times I felt like they were just cock teasing each other the whole time for friggin' weeks, man.
Well,
you mean that was all foreplay?
Cock tease because they get in there and throw down, and then we get it thrown out. We get the match.
I mean, come on. I wasn't that impressed with it, man. I don't know, man. It's not. I don't mind the Tongans, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of all theirs, but even them. I think both of these team stables, whatever you want to call them, they're getting stale, man. Something needs to change. The Wyatts, just get out of here, man, with me. Once Bray Wyatt passed away, it was done. That's it. Leave it at that.
That's it. You should have left it. That's it. You left this because all you're doing is bullshit. Unfortunately, all you're doing is you're just shitting on top of shit. Man, you're bullshitting.
You are.
You're just shitting on top of shit.
Well, I'd always see this because they said that Bray had written some stuff there. Bray had written he wanted to see the final chapters. I always thought this was meant to be short term to just kind of tie up some loose ends and close the book. I think they did that, but now they don't have any idea what to do with them after.
What to do with it? That's it, man. Man, they just
Now, I like My Family Tree as a nice mid-card stable. There's stuff for them. They shouldn't be main event. They shouldn't be overly featured, but they're good for mid-card heels.
Right, but like the artist says, they've been kind of badly booked, man. You know what I mean? Like, really.
Well, how are you going to get badly booked? We've got 50 Samoans on the roster. I mean, there's only so many spots you can do with.
I mean, true. Well, I can say that. They're Tongans except for Solo, all right? You don't call Tongans Samoans.
That's right.
Whatever.
They don't like each other deep down, really. I've seen some wars between them two. Believe me, trust me. But no, like, you're right. I mean, there is a lot of Polynesian wrestlers. How about we call them that?
All right. Well,
that's what they are. Polynesians. I work with Polynesian guys, man.
Watch I love 17 Polynesians. You know, there's
not wrong.
Rip was on with Ben and I, and he said, "Why tune in for 17 Samoans?" And none of them use a headbutt. None of them, play.
Dude, they don't fucking headbutt, dude.
They sit on the head. But first of all, how do you be a Samoan and shit on the headbutt, man?
Right?
But maybe it's a racial thing, coconut, blah blah blah.
Now they're all gangsters.
But see, it was respected though. So if you're a true worker of the business, you'll go ahead and you put it over. So
but yeah. The Samoans always portrayed like, jungle warriors, which is kind of,
But it's okay. Well,
Well, I mean, you can
think about it.
You can use that still.
I would sell it. I would sell it. I know if I train
coconuts and grass skirts, but I mean, still use the damn headbutt somewhere.
Well, you're right. I would utilize that because you can't punch them in the head. Their heads are fucking.
You know what? This is just came to me. All right, if I was for the new school. All right, new school Samoans. Yo, how about if you headbutt somebody, but it's about you don't do it in a goofy way. It's done to the way when you do it, the person that you're working with will put it over, and you don't have to really put it over. You just do it. Make it small, but you actually did it.
Right. Absolutely.
You did it. You put it in there. You don't have to because it's not your new school thing, but at least you showed homage and did it.
Right.
At least once in the match. At least once in the match.
Remember,
get that boom,
laughing.
Get that in there.
But Umaga pulled it off in a modern.
Umaga
was the last one. Yeah, at times. Oh man, I mean,
he's walking out like what the fuck, man? But I was a fan of Umaga, so.
I met him. I was around him a little bit.
I heard he's a great dude too, man.
We tried in the club
too, right? That's his name, his shoot name, right?
Yeah. We hung out in the club.
So we had this match thrown out. We go off the air. We go off there with a no contest there to set us up for next week's SmackDown, gentlemen. That's this week's SmackDown. Let's get on the home stretch here. It's been a fun show, but we're running.
I love it. I enjoyed this show thoroughly, man. How many you killed it today, bro?
Hammer, thanks for that insight, man. The road store is a lot of fun with their stocking stuffer there. Jimmy, if you want to, man, you can start us on the home.
Well, if you tune in, obviously. With me on Tuesdays, every Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. It's a Like a Roll with me and Big Man Hernandez, but more importantly, tomorrow, as a matter of fact, Sunday morning, well, not tomorrow, the day after, actually, because it's my Sunday. It is that wreckage with myself, obviously, the vet and the Professor Bella Veracruz, where we talk things all about AEW. You don't want to miss that. It's always a good show when we talk AEW, that's for sure. And of course the Smack Attack every week next week. I think we'll be going back to this time, don't you think, Rick?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, man. Either way, it's either this time that we were on live today or Friday night right after SmackDown finishes and goes off the air. So either way, we'll be back either the Friday night or Saturday morning. So just look out for that. And if you want to follow me on the Twitter, you can at the PWC Network, and that's a wrap for me.
Hammer, let everybody know, man. If you got anything you want to plug, anything like that.
Oh, I had a good time, man. Thanks for having me on, and I'll be around, man. I'll be looking forward to joining you guys once again.
All right, man. Looking forward to more Hammer in 2026. Again, we got a lot of changes coming here to the platform. Keep your eyes and ears open for that. Again, I'm that art of the B2V. Richard Bronson Vicker would say happy holidays. This last time I see on the air before Christmas, but we will catch you for these holiday shows here. A lot of fun coming up here this week on the platform, the Hami Media Group YouTube channel. Please, I know those of you with us listening in the chat, you've already hit that subscribe on that bell. Hey, click the link, share it on your socials, let everybody know that they should be here with us. With that, Jimmy, kill this stream.
Well, you've been listening and watching the Smack Attack live right here on Hami Media Group YouTube channel, and in saying that, I am Jimmy T. He's out to the B to the V, and then he's the Hammer, and we're out. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, but we'll see you guys anyway just before that. Till next time, peace, and take it easy.
Be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar, toasting to the good life. Moved out of the hood, right? You're trying to pull me back, right? When my joint get to bumping in the club, it's on. I wink my eye at your chick. If she smiles, she gone. If the roof is on fire, man, just let it burn. If you ain't talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what Banks told me, cuz go ahead, switch the style up. If they hatin', let them hate and watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside your head with a bottle above. Come on, they know where we be. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. If you're into getting rough, don't try to act like you don't know what we be needing. We in the club all the time, it's about to pop off. Shady aftermath.